we're going to be showing a part of the conference because the president said something quite telling today about his personality, about how he feels about ethics, and even in a way, kind of sounded like he was talking against the people that are supposed to be behind him. So this was a very interesting part of the conversation today. So I'm going to go ahead and translate it.
La verdad, todo este asunto.
Gracias, presidente. Buenos días, Isabela González de Reforma.
So she's Isabela Rosales or Gonzalez from Reforma. And Reforma is notoriously a newspaper that speaks against the president and is usually, how should I say, like the opposers, or they're paid by the opposers to run information that kind of like the Inquirer. I would say the Reforma is the equivalent of the Inquirer in the Mexican arena.
Primero que nada, preguntarle qué opina de la intención del PT de hacerse de la mesa directiva de la Cámara de Diputados.
So she says, what do you think about the intentions of the PT? PT is the Partido de Trabajadores or del Trabajo. So that's the working men's party. That she says, what do you think about them trying to become the heads of that House of Representatives? What do you think about that?
Pues cuál es su opinión y si usted ve un riesgo en que el PRI asuma este cargo.
So what is your feeling on that? And do you feel like there would be a risk if the PRI, which is also the opposing party, who also has been noted for having a lot of corrupt behavior, in fact, the previous presidents were from that party. That and the PAN. So they kind of work together, kind of like the Democrats and the Republicans in the U.S., where they've got control or have usually had control of everything and did illegal behaviors in the, when it came to the elections and everything else. And anything that had to do with illegalities and unethical behavior they did.
Miren, eso es un asunto que corresponde al Poder Legislativo, pero...
And so he says to her, this is a matter which actually corresponds to the legislative branch. However,
Sí, puedo opinar
I can give my opinion
como ciudadano
as a citizen.
y además como luchador social.
And also as a social or freedom fighter.
Creo que hay que respetar
I believe that we must respect
la legalidad
the legal matters or the legality
y no hacer lo mismo de antes.
and not do the same thing that they've always done.
Nada de maniobras.
No handiwork or underhanded works
Por cargos.
when it comes to taking charge.
Es decir, hacer cosas que a todas luces son indebidas.
That is to say, doing things that when under the spotlight or under any light are inappropriate.
Se tiene que respetar la ley, el reglamento.
You must respect the law and the rules or regulations.
Es como pasó hace un año.
It's as what occurred approximately a year ago. And give me a second, I'm going to do a quick, let's see, cut here. Give me a second. Oops, cutting the wrong place. I need to do something here. Whoa, I am so sorry, but my time is very short. Okay. All right. So, one more thing. Oh, my word. Let's see. Okay. All right. So here we go. I'm sorry.
Y di mi opinión.
And I gave my opinion.
Y lo quiero y lo respeto muchísimo, licenciado Muñoz Ledo.
And I respect and love very much the licenciado Luis Bredo, it sounded like he said. I'm not sure what the name is.
Pero, de acuerdo al reglamento,
But according to the regulations,
el primer año,
the first year,
la presidencia del Congreso
the presidency
corresponde
of the Congress corresponds to
al partido que obtiene
the party which obtained it, or it is from.
más votos,
That is the one who has the most votes,
más escaños, que tiene más diputados.
or they have more deputies.
El reglamento se establece.
And that is regulated in the regulations,
Segundo año,
or established in the regulations. And then he says on the second year,
para que obtiene segundo lugar
so they can obtain the second part,
y correspondía al PAN.
it would correspond to the PAN.
Pues se quería modificar el reglamento.
Well, they were trying to modify the regulation.
Y como se tiene la mayoría, se puede.
And because they have the majority, they can do it.
Pero no se debe,
But it should not be done.
porque la política es un imperativo ético.
Because politics has an imperative ethics.
Entonces, si está establecido que
So therefore, if it is established
para el tercer año
for the third year
es el que obtuvo el tercer sitio,
is the one that obtained the third place,
así debe de ser
and that is how it should be.
y se debe de respetar.
And it should be respected.
Y se deben de evitar cosas indebidas como cambiarse de bancada.
Sí,
And so then you should try not to do undo things like change seats or parties. And he said yes,
pero actuar con rectitud,
but behave ethically,
no estar maniobrando
and not doing underhanded things
última hora
at the last moment
por los cargos, no es triunfar a toda costa.
in order to have the positions. This is not a matter of triumphing at any cost,
Sin escrúpulos morales
without moral scruples
de ninguna índole.
in any sense.
Esto perjudica al partido que lo
This would actually cause be bad for the party.
hace. ¿Por qué le perjudica?
So how does it hurt it?
Porque en este caso le da argumentos al conservadurismo,
Because in this case, they would be giving a argument to the conservatives.
ya me imagino el Reforma, ¿no?
I can imagine Reforma now.
8 columnas,
They would have 8 columns.
compraron votos,
They bought votes.
maniobraron,
They did underhanded things.
por un cargo
For just any position or post?
no se puede
No, you mustn't, shouldn't do it.
hacer política sin autoridad moral.
Do unethical or things without moral ethics and authority.
Ese es mi punto de vista.
He says, this is my point of view.
Desde luego van a decidir ellos.
But of course, they're going to be the ones that decide.
Lo tienen que hacer con libertad.
They must do it with liberty.
Pero el colmo sería
But the worst part of it would be
que acomoden las cosas
then for them to arrange things in such a way
a la medida de alguien
to somebody's exact measurements or how they chose it,
de algún partido
of some party,
y luego me echen la culpa a mí.
and then I be blamed
Porque la prensa conservadora
because the conservative press
nada más vea el de Macuspana, sí, de Tepetitán.
they only see the one from Marco Hispana or Tepatitlan. Anyway, that was what he said about that. Now, it's also interesting to note that the House of Representatives also had something to say. Let me see if I could find that response from them. Okay, so it's what do they call it? Noroña response to AMLO. Or Mexico. Let me see if I could find it. I actually saw it, but I don't remember the name of the place that I went to. The programas sociales, educación, or maybe this one. Hold on. Yeah, let's see. Casa Representativos, I think. am sorry, guys. I cannot find it. Let me see if últimas noticias. Maybe it'll be here. No. Well, it was important, their part of it. So what I'll do is I'll do a part 2. I'm sorry because I have an appointment and I can't stay and finish it now. But I'll do a part 2 where it shows the response from the representatives that say they weren't and are not doing anything illegitimate, and that they still back the president as they always have. And it was a very interesting discussion also, with the representatives speaking their mind about what he said. They were not disrespectful in any way, but it was actually a very interesting response, which I thought was appropriate. Anyway, so I have to end it here, but thank you very much for joining. Have a great day.